until she went to sleep with her babies. He didn't catch her in bed with anyone. There was no black man she was dancing with. He didn't accidentally look down at his phone and crash into her with his car. He planned, he waited patiently, and he struck. And that can happen again.
And she lived in fear up until her death. I was there the week and before this happened, and she was going out to dinner, and I babysat her children, and she told me, Amanda, I just had all brand new locks on the doors. I had brand new windows put in here. I don't want you to fear because we're going to keep it safe. She feared and had to do all of that to try to protect herself. So she was fearful and knew this person that she had fell in love with at such a young age turned out to be a monster. You don't rehabilitate that.
You don't rehabilitate jealousy. 2 weeks before her death, she came to see my apartment. He told her he dropped her off. He told her he had to go somewhere. He didn't come back until wee hours of the morning to get her. She had no diaper bag or anything because she was just going to stop in. During that time of her being with me, she told me that he continues to tell her that if I can't have you, nobody will. And she said, Kim, he's going to kill me. And if that's what it takes.
Well, I really appreciate you all talking to me about JoJo and telling me about her. I'm really glad that you did that. I appreciate you all also sharing how you're feeling in your heads and your hearts, and it's really important to us to know what that is, and I really do appreciate it, and that we could have this conversation. As I said, you have my absolute commitment. One, on following up on the notification piece of what happened on that, absolutely. Secondly, I'm going to have a conversation with the governor later today, and we'll relay to him this conversation and what we talked about. And three, we will work on getting a meeting with the family set up with the governor as quickly as possible.
Before she goes back, she needs to be a part of it.
And you go.
Because if I have to go to Fox Lake and stand out there with JoJo's picture, I will. And I went as far as called President Biden's office. We're not playing around. We got one law, our family got one law changed, and we're gonna fight to get something changed about this.
What was the other law that you got passed?
That somebody that brutally murders their spouse cannot have access of any way, any kind, to see their children.
Lindsay Law.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations to all. I mean, I know how hard it is to be an advocate, and when you are grieving and going through the trauma that this family has, I know it's a place to channel that, but it doesn't bring the person back, and it doesn't eliminate what you all have been through. Right. And I hear that.
The fact of the matter is, hearing of his release just opened those wounds again.
I know.
We're in 97 history repeating itself. So where is the justification for her, me, him, her, the rest of our family, her friends, my mother, my sister who's murdered? Where is the justification for that? Don't tell me you care about what somebody thinks about the criminal, or that, well, you think they should have a chance on the outside. She doesn't have a chance. She's my baby sister. She was a young girl that didn't have a chance. He gets a chance.
I understand.
There's only one way the story can end, and that's with him not getting out.
I understand.
That's the only way, my estimation,
There is no
because I would have lost all hope
I understand.
in mankind.
And I've sent all this to the MTEA, and a lot of them are questioning Evers too. They can't believe this is who they voted for.
I'm sure you guys see all the videos, the news prints and everything like that. So I guess my question is, I know he's seen them, Evers. Why didn't he contact us?
Yeah. Why didn't he reach out to one of us?
It's not like he didn't know.
Well, I will say this. I think that, as I said, in some situations, every family is unique. And every family in these sorts of moments, there are times where they don't wanna talk to an.
Yeah, but we have
I
every
understand.
news link, even if it's not in regards to
Stating who they
that.
wanna
I
talk to.
understand,
We
and I'm
have
telling you,
posted.
we're gonna schedule that,
There's
after your
nothing.
comments, we're gonna schedule that meeting.
There's nothing to say
You
that
have-
some
You
families
have my
don't,
commitment.
because we've put
Okay.
it out there multiple
You
times.
have,
I-
I'm not a liar.
Maybe
You
I
have
don't
my
want it to be
commitment.
just words, okay?
I'm not-
We've been through 24
understand.
years of just words.
I'm not a liar, I'm not a liar.
Okay,
I have
we're
worked
gonna
for,
take your word on this, we
I
are.
really, please do, Karen, I'm telling you, you have my word on this, okay? And we will make this happen.
Do you have a business card, by the way?
And this is what happens when justice isn't served in the correct manner, that we lose trust.
Is Tate's office near here?
I believe he works out of, I think that they're out of the corrections building,
Where
and, that's on East Washington, so on your way, out of town is where, if you go on 151 out of town, on East Wash is where, his office, I believe.
Because we put plenty of calls in for Jennifer Kramer and John Tate as well. So for him to tell the news how wonderful Doug is and not respond to our family is disgusting.
We don't really
And,
understand.
and also, these are public
I
servants
understand.
that work for us.
I understand.
Yes.
And I'm not satisfied with the job that was done.
I understand. So, thank you very much.
Can I ask, would you care if I ask her one question? Would you
Yeah, go
guys,
ahead.
are you guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Just one. So Governor Evers has a bully pulpit, yeah, he can't reverse the decision, cause that's John Tate, his appointee. But he has a really big bully pulpit and he did appoint John Tate. Why hasn't Governor Evers condemned this in the strongest of terms, and why hasn't he called for John Tate to reverse this?
So I think, like I said, I think as it relates to this, I think it's really important for him to hear from you all and to have that conversation and for us to set up this conversation for him to hear from you directly. I have these documents as well. I'm gonna review them. We will give them to him.
She needs them back.
Can I keep these?
You can make copies.
And I can scan it.
Okay, do you want, or otherwise I can make copies of it now, or you can send it
If
to me.
you can make a copy now.
Okay,
that
I
would
can
be
do that.
fine, yeah,
Okay.
because I'd like to keep, that's the only transcripts we have.
I understand. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so why don't we head on outside of the office here? I'll make that quick copy